Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? Heads up, Floridians. Yes, this includes me. Oh boy, if it couldn't get any worse, really. And I'm being very, very serious about this, okay? This has to do with our homeowners insurance, okay? And hurricane season. So, if you live in Florida, actually, if you live in hurricane-prone areas, okay, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, anywhere up the East Coast, okay, if you have these insurance companies, policies with them, just check your insurance policies, okay? That's it. That's all I want you to do, all right? Thankfully, my insurance company is not on this list, but it's just like, it's one of those, you never know. Because once one starts rolling the ball, they all jump on the bandwagon, right? As hurricane season bears down on this state, on Florida, more than 50,000 homeowners, home insurance customers will soon receive notices that their policies have been canceled and will not be renewed. So, geez. State insurance regulators recently authorized extraordinary terminations of thousands of policies of Florida-based insurers, Universal Insurance of North America, Gulf Stream Property and Casualty, and Southern Fidelity. If you have either of these insurance companies for your homeowners insurance policies, heads up. Be prepared and wait for that letter. The bloodletting will likely continue over the coming months, with other insurers seeking to shred risky or unprofitable policies while refusing to insure older homes with roofs, electrical systems, and plumbing that have not been upgraded to comply with current building codes, said Paul Handerhan, president of the consumer-focused Federal Association for Insurance Reform. Okay. Well, I just had a lot of electrical work done in my house and plumbing. My roof is still good for like another 10 years. Check on these things, okay? Please. Please check on these things in your house, okay? Just saying. Please. For the average consumer, the outlook is not bright. There will be less options at higher price points. Yeah. Homeowner insurance here is so much more expensive than anywhere else, from what I understand. The consent orders by the State Office of Insurance Regulation authorizing the early cancellation did not specify locations of affected policyholders, and officials of the companies did not respond to requests for information. But if recent history is any guide, affected consumers are likely disproportionately located in Broward, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach counties, as well as in the Orlando metro area. I know a lot of you guys live on the East Coast, so heads up, okay? I need you guys to really, really listen to this. Please get out your insurance policies, okay? Insurers have been reducing their exposure to the 3 South Florida counties for several years, saying they are the source of inflated damage claims, excessive litigation, and outright fraud. The trend recently has spread to Orange, Seminole, Osceola, and Lake counties in Central Florida, insurers contend. Boy. Osceola is where my parents live. Who do they have? I think they're still. I think they still have the same insurance company that they did when they lived over here in Tampa. I think. The consent orders signed by Insurance Commissioner David Altmaier said approval of the cancellations and non-renewals is an extraordinary statutory remedy reserved to address insurers which otherwise are or may be in hazardous financial condition. Many, though not all, Florida-based insurers have been reporting operating losses over the past 5 years, and as a result of rising claim costs, more frequent severe weather events, increased lawsuits, and higher cost of reinsurance. Insurance that insurers buy to guarantee they can pay all claims after a catastrophe. And they did say that this hurricane season is supposed to be more active than it was last year. So how awesome is it that they're pulling this garbage for us now? Yeah. Here are the details of what Altmaier authorized in the consent orders. Gulfstream Property and Casualty, this one company. The Sarasota-based company, which reported a net loss of $22.6 million in 2020, may cancel 20,311 policies before their term expires in 45 days' notice. They include 932 condominium owner policies and 47 tenant policies. Refunds for the balance of those policy terms must be sent to policy holders by June 1st. Universal Insurance Companies of North America, also based in Sarasota, the company may cancel 13,294 policies within 45 days' notice. Not to be confused with Universal Property and Casualty, the state's largest property insurer. The company also reported $22.6 million net loss in 2020. The company agreed to administrative supervision by the state if its pending merger with Texas-based Universal North America Insurance Company is not approved by Texas insurance regulators. Southern Fidelity Insurance Company, based in Tallahassee, the company was approved to drop 19,600 residential policies over the next 14 months. About 2,300 insurance customers will be sent notices of non-renewal with less than the required 120 days advance notice. Last year, state regulators authorized cancellation of 23,800 policies following Southern Fidelity's merger with Capital Preferred. Homeowners who get a notice of cancellation or non-renewal should move quickly to secure coverage with another company. The Office of Insurance Regulations says on its website, terms of the consent orders require the companies to work with affected customers and their insurance agents to help them find new carriers. Many, if not most, of the customers will end up with little to no choice but to buy a policy from a state-owned Citizens Property Insurance Corporation. And Citizens are garbage. Garbage. And like double the price of every other insurance company. Yeah. I remember at one point, I think, wasn't it, Citizens was like the only homeowners insurance company in the state of Florida. I remember that because we had Citizens at one point. Yeah, got away from them really quick. The so-called insurer of last resort, because that's what they really truly are, Citizens policies are considered inferior to private market policies because the company limits personal liability coverage and subjects its customers to surcharges if Citizens can't pay all claims after a catastrophe. They're garbage. Citizens has been rapidly growing as private market insurers cancel and decline to renew Florida policies. That growth is worrying legislators who know that an inability by a swollen citizens to pay all claims after a major storm will trigger not just surcharges for Citizens customers, but surcharges for all property insurance customers in Florida. Citizens, which expands and contracts as market conditions warrant, is growing by about 5,000 policies a week and could reach 700,000 by the end of the year. In 2018, it had fallen to 452,000 policies. Handerhan said policyholders who receive notices of cancellation or non-renewal should contact numerous agents if necessary to find out if another company will insure them at an affordable price. They should settle for Citizens only if they cannot find a viable alternative, he said. And that is so true. Literally leave Citizens for the very, very last company that you ever call. No joke. Now, Citizens spokesman Michael Peltier said he doesn't know how many of the canceled policies will end up at Citizens, but the company is ready for them, he said. Yeah, of course. Because they literally charge you double than what a private insurance company charges. And they only cover like a Band-Aid. Seriously. We are in a good position to handle any policies that come our way, he said by email. We have been in a ramp-up mode for some time as we respond to market conditions over the past year. Ultimately, owners of older homes in Florida will have some serious and expensive decisions to make if they want to avoid going with Citizens. Handerhan said more and more companies are deciding it's too expensive to insure homes that don't conform to current building codes. Well, yeah, of course. If you buy a home that was built in the 80s and it's not up to code, you know what I mean? Like, my house right now is 17 years old. And we're doing stuff to make sure our house is up to code. Not just because we want to put our house up on the market within the next year, but for our own safety. You know what I mean? Just saying. Joseph Petrelli, president of the Insurance Strength Rating from Demotech, said further cancellations could follow thanks to the Florida legislators' failure to pass legal reforms that would have sharply reduced insurers' obligations to pay roof replacement claims and slashed financial incentives for attorneys who sue insurers. Okay, because remember when Hurricane Irma hit us, like 4 years ago, right? There's still people who still have tarps on their roofs because the insurance companies never paid to have them fixed. Yeah. The status of the residential property insurance marketplace in Florida is such that carriers are rethinking their business models and their operations, Petrelli said by email. While the reforms that were passed and currently await the governor's signature are expected to reduce costs for insurers, those reductions won't become apparent for 12 to 15 months. Well, I mean, we pay every year like $1,700 a year for insurance. And we literally have like bare bones, bare minimum. Because if we were to get everything, you know, like what we actually need, we would be paying like $3,000 a year. Yeah. It's very expensive to have homeowners insurance in Florida because of the hurricanes and the sinkholes. It's insane. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay positive, keep prepping, and as always, fear less, and get your insurance policies out. Look them over, make sure everything is up to par, okay? And if you're with one of these companies, be expecting that letter. Bye.